For years, I struggled with sleepless nights, low energy, and constant burnout, until I discovered that sleep isn't just about going to bed earlier. It's about building the right routine, rooted in science. I'll share the exact sleep routine that completely transformed my life, how I fall asleep faster, wake up refreshed, and feel mentally sharper than ever. It's simple, powerful, and backed by real research. If you're tired of being tired, this might be the change you've been looking for. Today we will talk about the sleep routine that changed my life, backed by science. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Sleep is not just a biological necessity. It's the foundation of mental clarity, emotional stability, physical health, and overall quality of life. Yet for years, I treated sleep as an afterthought. I would scroll through my phone in bed, stay up late binging shows, drink caffeine well into the evening, and wonder why I was always exhausted, anxious, and struggling to focus. Then everything changed. I decided to approach sleep not as a mystery, but as a skill, guided by science. I researched neuroscience, chronobiology, and behavioral psychology. I tested, refined, and ultimately committed to a structured sleep routine that transformed my life. What follows is a comprehensive breakdown of that routine, what I do, why it works, and how you can replicate it to achieve the same life-changing results. Understanding the science of sleep. Before diving into the routine itself, it's crucial to understand what happens during sleep and why it's so important. Sleep is an active, dynamic process involving cycles of REM, rapid eye movement, and non-REM sleep, including deep, slow-wave sleep. Each stage plays a vital role. Non-REM deep sleep repairs tissues, builds muscle, and consolidates factual memory, while REM sleep is crucial for emotional regulation, creativity, and cognitive processing. A complete sleep cycle lasts about 90 minutes, and we typically go through 4 to 6 cycles per night. When these stages are disrupted by irregular schedules, blue light exposure, or stimulants, sleep quality suffers, and the brain and body cannot fully recover. The consequences of poor sleep. Chronic poor sleep does far more damage than just making you tired. It's been linked to a 30% increase in risk of heart disease, greater likelihood of depression and anxiety, impaired immune function, and slower cognitive performance. Sleep deprivation affects the prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, and amygdala, which regulates emotional responses, making us more impulsive, irritable, and emotionally unstable. It disrupts insulin sensitivity, increases appetite, especially for sugar and carbs, and contributes to weight gain. Simply put, poor sleep undermines every other aspect of health. Building my sleep routine, step by step, backed by research. 1. Fixed wake-up and sleep time. Anchoring the circadian rhythm. The most foundational change I made was sticking to a consistent sleep-wake schedule, even on weekends. This simple shift regulates your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock, which governs the sleep-wake cycle, body temperature, hormone secretion, and alertness levels. According to research from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, waking and sleeping at different times every day confuses the circadian system, impairing melatonin production and reducing sleep efficiency. I committed to waking up at 6:30 a.m. and going to bed by 10:30 p.m. every night. After a week, I no longer needed an alarm. My body naturally aligned with the rhythm. 2. Early morning light exposure, resetting the sleep-wake cycle. One of the most profound discoveries I made was how important morning sunlight is to sleep. Within 30 to 60 minutes of waking, I now spend at least 10 to 15 minutes outside in natural light. Sunlight hitting the eyes, specifically the retina's intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells, sends a signal to the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, in the brain's hypothalamus, which then regulates melatonin production later in the day. Studies from Stanford's Andrew Huberman Lab and others show that this daily exposure to light strengthens the circadian clock, reduces sleep latency, time it takes to fall asleep, and improves mood and alertness. 3. No caffeine after 2 p.m., respecting the half-life of stimulants. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours, meaning that half of it remains in your system for several hours after consumption. For some people, the effects last even longer due to slower liver metabolism. Though I used to drink coffee into the evening, I now stop all caffeine by 2:00 p.m., no coffee, tea, or chocolate. This small change dramatically reduced my nighttime restlessness. A study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that caffeine consumed even 6 hours before bedtime can significantly disrupt sleep quality. 4. Evening routine and the digital sunset rule. The biggest mistake I used to make was exposing myself to bright screens late at night. Blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs inhibits melatonin secretion, tricking the brain into thinking it's still daytime. Now, 90 minutes before bed, I implement a digital sunset. No screens, no emails, no social media. I dim the lights in my house, switch to warm-colored lamps, and use blue light blocking glasses if needed. This allows my brain to transition naturally into night mode. My cortisol levels decrease, melatonin rises, and I feel sleepy without even trying. 5. Pre-sleep wind-down routine, calming the nervous system. One of the most effective parts of my routine is the wind-down phase, a sequence of calming activities that begins an hour before sleep. This includes stretching or gentle yoga, especially forward bends and spinal twists, breathing exercises like 4 to 7-8 breathing or box breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, where I tense and release each muscle group, a warm shower or bath, which cools the body afterward and triggers drowsiness, gratitude journaling, listing 3 positive things from the day. Each of these techniques is supported by research showing their ability to reduce cortisol, activate the parasympathetic nervous system, and make the transition to sleep more seamless. 6. Sleep environment optimization, engineering a sleep sanctuary. To truly improve sleep, your bedroom must be designed with sleep in mind. Mine now includes blackout curtains to eliminate external light, white noise machine to block out traffic and neighborhood sounds, no visible clocks which reduce anxiety about how long it's taking to fall asleep, a cool room temperature, ideally between 60-67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15-19 degrees Celsius, an orthopedic mattress and pillow for proper spinal alignment. Multiple studies confirm that temperature, light, and sound are among the most important environmental factors in sleep quality. By optimizing these, I created a space where sleep comes naturally. 7. No food or alcohol 3 hours before bed. Eating a heavy meal or drinking alcohol too close to bedtime interferes with deep sleep. Food raises core body temperature, which can delay sleep onset. Alcohol, although sedative at first, actually disrupts REM sleep later in the night. I now finish eating dinner at least 3 hours before bed and avoid alcohol entirely on weekdays. If I feel hungry later, I'll have a small snack with protein and healthy fat, like a spoon of almond butter, which supports blood sugar stability through the night. 8. Sleep tracking and self-tuning. To fine-tune my routine, I began using a sleep tracker, not to obsess over numbers, but to notice patterns. Devices like the Oura Ring and apps like Sleep Cycle helped me understand how my habits affected REM, deep sleep, and heart rate variability, HRV. But I remained cautious about becoming too reliant. Obsessive tracking can lead to orthosomnia, a sleep disorder where people become anxious about their sleep quality. I use the data to inform, not control my decisions. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.